Hi and welcome, John Morris Show on a Tuesday morning. If you're watching us live, it is Dia DeLoso on the Baylor campus. That's a big deal. Those of you who have been through the hallowed halls of Baylor University, you know what I'm talking about, or those around town. Dia DeLoso is Day of the Bear, so it's basically a play day on campus. No classes today, and all kinds of activities, lunch out on the grounds, and all kinds of things going on. One of the things that stands out to me is they always have a tug of war. And I don't know why, but it's always fun to see the tug of war there. And then going back, just so many things through the years. The weather is either great or it's terrible, raining. Even if it's raining, they go through with Dia DeLoso. Today it's going to be it's going to be okay. It's not going to be sunny, but it's not going to be rainy, I don't think. So it'll be okay, but a big day on the Baylor campus. Dia DeLoso, happy Dia DeLoso for those of you that participate. So day off classes, here's what we have coming up. We'll visit with Hoot Johnigan coming up in a bit. Hoot softball assistant coach with Dia DeLoso. They were actually practicing this morning. So they're going to practice this morning, do weights and practice, and then give the girls some time to go over to campus and be like a regular student and be a part of Dia DeLoso. But we'll visit with Hoot coming up in a bit. We'll also check in Lynchburg, Virginia, and visit with Alan York. He is the voice of the Liberty Flames. Baylor has a player coming from Liberty, men's basketball. That was announced this week, maybe yesterday. And I feel kind of bad talking to Alan. Hey, we're getting your best player, Garrett. Hey, we're getting your best player. Thanks. Tell us about him.
It's one of those things, though, where like you gotta it's weird, it's awkward, but it's like the nature of the beast now. It
is.
To me, I think there's programs. I feel like programs like Liberty, UTSA, these that define these guys, they develop them, and then they send them on. To me, like it's frustrating that you're losing your best player. But if you could become one of those programs like a JMU, who is known as a feeder program that can produce the get talent and get it out there, I think you kind of got to embrace it in the new era. That's just kind of where we're at, unfortunately.
I guess so. Alan was okay, when I texted him and asked about doing the interview. I mean, he knows it's part of the game. I did interviews last year, a ton of them in Salt Lake City and Provo when Rob Wright ended up out there.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. Now that is a little bit different. So we'll visit with Alan York and get the latest on the newest Baylor Bear. That'll be fun to catch up with Alan, a guy I respect a great deal, does a great job there at Liberty. Remember, Ian McCall is the athletic director at Liberty, formerly here at Baylor. Todd Patulski is on his executive staff. Todd was here with us for a long time as well. So all that coming up in the hour, but how about our lead story? How about Darriana Littlepage-Buggs from Baylor women's basketball? Drafted in the WNBA draft last night. She was the 30th pick overall, and she goes to the Washington Mystics. Take a look at this. Here's the wild celebration that began when her name was called in the WNBA draft last night. Trust me, it was wild. That is great. So Darriana with her teammates and friends and fans around, wild celebration when her name was called last night. Really cool for her to see her be drafted in the WNBA draft. She was a two-time WBCA All-American, honorable mention. Remember, she was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year her freshman year, 2026 All Big 12 defensive team member, and one of 4 players in Big 12 history to repeat as a rebounding leader. Like only 4 players in the history of the Big 12 have been the rebounding leader in Big 12 women's basketball in back-to-back years, and Buggs is one of those. So that says a lot. Double-double all year this year, and finished with 1,164 points in her career, 4th in program history in career rebounds and rebounding average. So she did a ton of things. Her rebound total this year tied for 9th in Baylor history, 10.1 per game. She ranks 8th in Big 12 history in career rebounds. So all of those numbers get your name called in the WNBA draft. So congratulations to Darriana Littlepage-Buggs, drafted in the WNBA draft last night. She was one of 5 Big 12 women's players to be selected, 3 of those from TCU. How about that? And the first one was Olivia Miles from TCU, drafted number 2 overall. That ties for the highest Big 12 women's player to be drafted by the WNBA. It ties Melissa Smith from Baylor. She was also number 2, and those now the highest ever draftees from the Big 12. Her teammate Suarez from TCU picked 16th in the second round. Buggs 30th overall. 2 in the third round. Taylor Bigby from TCU to Portland at 37, traded to Connecticut. And Lonnie White from Utah, drafted 45th by the Minnesota Lynx. So those are the 5 draftees from Big 12 women's basketball in the WNBA draft last night. Really happy for Darriana Littlepage-Buggs going to the Washington Mystics. So well done by Buggs. Happy for her. And what else do we have? Well, baseball is in action tonight. The Bears in action at home, hosting UT San Antonio. 6:30 first pitch at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. The broadcast on the Baylor Sports Media Network, streaming on ESPN Plus tonight for the Bears and the Roadrunners. I'm going to say the Jim Blair Classic tonight. We'll mention that on the air a couple of times at least. Coach Blair, a former Baylor standout, has among his coaching stops a couple of stints at UT San Antonio, and then found his way home to here at Baylor, where he is an outstanding member of Coach Thompson's staff. So it is, if you hear that this evening, that's the reference. The Jim Blair Classic, Baylor and UT San Antonio, play tonight on the banks of the Brazos. And one other thing to mention, I want to show you this. Baylor Spirit Squads are back from a national competition. Look at this, and they come home with a big trophy. Look how big that trophy is there. That is huge. So congratulations to our Baylor Spirit Squads. Megan Hewlett is there, and Annie Rose Carroll heads up that group, and then Bruiser and Marigold on the right side picture. They finished second and third. I think Marigold was second and Bruiser was third in the mascot competition. So well done by our Baylor Spirit Squads. Thrilled for you. We know how good you are. We know how hard you work. And now you're being recognized nationally. So congratulations on that recognition at a national competition this past weekend. All right, it is the John Morris Show, brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. Let me remind you again, we'll be live at the Brazos Landing for a show tomorrow. A couple of shows, actually. We'll do noon to 1, so come join us there. And then Matt Mosley will be there from 1 to 3. So live from the Brazos Landing tomorrow afternoon. And keep telling you about the $12 lunch menu. You can come and taste that for yourself. Come join us tomorrow at the Brazos Landing. You know where they are. They're right across the river from Foster Pavilion. They're right across the interstate from McLean Stadium. Easy to get to one or the other. And open 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. They were closed yesterday, but back open today. and also Tuesday through Sunday, and we'll be there tomorrow for a couple of live shows. So come join us tomorrow at the Brazos Landing, and we would love to see you there. We're also brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas, your Central Texas business bank. Congratulations to Alliance Bank Central Texas, recognized by Forbes 2025 as Best in State Banks. And that's a real honor. And they have worked hard they don't work for the recognition, but they do it to serve their customers better. And man, you feel it when you come through the doors. Somebody, I promise you walk in the door, somebody's going to say, hi, welcome, glad you're here. When you're leaving, somebody's going to say, thank you for being here. That's how they do business at Alliance Bank Central Texas. They want to be a part of your community. They want to make it easy for you to find a location. That's why there's 7 convenient locations around Central Texas to serve you better. And they're on the web at alliancebanktexas.com. So check them out. You'll enjoy dealing with all the folks at Alliance Bank Central Texas. I was texting with Ricky Thompson yesterday right there at the Alliance Bank location on Highway 84. That's the one I go to and visit the most, but you will enjoy any one of the 7 convenient Central Texas locations at Alliance Bank Central Texas, thanks to them. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Alan York will join us. He is the voice of the Liberty Flames. I'm looking forward to catching up with Alan, visiting with him. But we'll talk about a former Liberty player that is headed to Baylor. Sorry, Alan. But we'll talk about all that when we come back. Hey, glad you're with us. John Morris Show on a Tuesday, and we'll be back right after this.
Hey, it's Zach Gelb. We're talking NFL and college football. Plus, we have some of the biggest interviews in sports media. You got to check out the Zach Gelb Show right here on 365 Sports, weekdays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 to 3 p.m. Central. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/@ZachGelbShow.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Are you looking for top-shelf sports talk about the West Virginia Mountaineers, where you can get objective analysis, but with the passion of a fan? Well, look no further than right here at Couz's Corner. I am Justin Couz Walker, the host of Couz's Corner, and you can find my show on demand over at YouTube. Most shows are uploaded by 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also check out my live post-game reaction shows. My special guest interviews, you can find it all on YouTube at Couz's Corner. Go check it out.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people, from first accounts to business growth. They actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Back with us, John Morris Show on a Tuesday. We're pleased you're with us from the TFNB studios in historic Elm Avenue here in Waco. Hey, glad you're with us today. I say this a lot of times, only half in jest, but part of the fun, or a big part of the fun for me in doing this show, is I get an opportunity to visit with guys who I respect in the business, and otherwise I don't know how much I'd get to visit with them, but that is absolutely the case today. As Alan York joins us, he is the play-by-play voice for the Liberty Flames, and great to have Alan with us. Great to see you this morning, man. And how are things?
Things are good, John. As you introed me into the show, I'm in my office here at Liberty, and I'm going to step away from the camera for just 2 seconds. I have this kind of shadow box picture of our radio crew.
Oh, yeah.
You know where I got this?
I do. Tell the story.
2017, Liberty opens up the season at Baylor at McLean Stadium. And usually the athletics director, they spruce up his box or whatever with logos of your team. We step in the visiting radio booth, and I remember you emailing me or texting me, hey, do you have a picture of your radio crew?
Right.
Didn't know what you were going to do with it, but we show up on Friday to set up, and there's this nice picture hung up on the wall. And it didn't blow me away, but it was like, you know what? It doesn't take much, that extra just kind of step to make people feel important. Nice. And I've still got it at my office, and I will never forget that. So thank you.
Thanks for mentioning that. That's Absolutely. The goal. And I would love to take credit for that, but I stole that idea from the Houston Astros in their visiting radio booth. They used to have pictures of all the visiting MLB crews that would be in that booth over the course of the year. And I saw that, and I thought, that is so cool. Yeah. So what we do in the visiting booth at McLean Stadium is we have all the Big 12 crews that will come through there, and then non-conference like yourself and Liberty in that year. That's awesome. It's really fun to do. So I'm glad that picture found a good home.
Absolutely, and it's close to my heart, so thank you very much.
Very nice, very nice. Well, it is good to see you. It's good to visit with you, and I feel, as I think this through, I feel a little bit bad about having you on to talk about Brett Decker, because here we're excited to have him come to Baylor basketball, but you're losing a really good player there, aren't you?
Yeah, we are, and it's really interesting. Liberty went to the NIT this year and won a game. Round 2, went out to Reno, Nevada to play the Wolfpack. Got beat on a Saturday night and spent the night there in Reno. And the next day, we're on the tarmac getting ready to fly back home, John. And the team is there. You know, they're taking pictures of the backdrop and different things. And you just had a sense that, okay, number one, obviously this team's not going to play together again. But who's coming back? And then you start, talking to some people, not naming anybody particular, but they're like, yeah, it's a done deal. Where he's going to go, we don't know, but this will be the last time that we see Brett Decker play for Liberty. Mm-hmm. Fast forward that next week, I'm on campus and gearing up for some baseball and softball stuff we do in the spring once basketball is over with. And it's not strange to see our athletes come and go out of our athletics center. That's where the academics offices are, compliance, some of the nutrition, weight staff as well. And I see Brett Decker. Of all the people, he's the first guy I see after the season's done. And we caught up a little bit, and it was kind of strange knowing that, okay, he's not going to come back, and that's just the world we live in. But I wished him well. I said, I don't know what the future holds, Brett, but You've been a great steward of the 2 years you've been here. And he said, thank you, Al. And I said, what are you doing right now? He goes, well, I'm catching up on some homework. So academics comes first, obviously, for hopefully most of the athletes that do compete in college. But he was taking care of some academics. That's the last time I saw him. And then the news broke a couple of days ago that, Coach Drew and Baylor got his services and couldn't, speak more highly of Brett, which I'm sure we'll dive into his game and kind of what he's about. But just a neat story to share with you, John, on the last time I saw Brett here on campus.
Yeah, I'm sure a little bittersweet there because you'd prefer to have him in a Liberty uniform next year. But tell us about him as a player first. 16.9 points per game was his average. His 3-point shooting percentage is one stat that jumps off the page, 47% from 3-point range. What else can you tell us about Brett Decker as a player?
Yeah, John, there's not a really shot on the court that he can't hit. Reminds a lot of our Liberty fans of Darius McGee, who graduated a few years back. He's kind of Darius McGee 2.0. But as you see some of the film here, one thing that has really developed, I think, is his ability to get to the rim, which his freshman year, 2 years ago, John, the media were just hammering Coach McKay, our head coach. We want to see more Brett. We want to see more Brett. And defensively, he just wasn't ready. He did show flashes the last 2 games. I got the box scores pulled up. The last 2 games of his freshman season, well, the end of the regular season, Liberty won at Western Kentucky. And he is a Kentucky native, so it's kind of a homecoming for him. He had 16 points in 16 minutes off the bench.
Oh, man.
Liberty wins Conference USA. They play Oregon out in Seattle, first round of the NCAA tournament. Came off the bench, and Liberty got beat by 29 in that game. But looking here, he had 8 points in 8 minutes.
Wow.
So he's a bucket getter. And then, fast forward to his sophomore year, defensively is really where he started to make some inroads. And if you play for Richie McKay, I don't care how good of a scorer you are. If you're not going to play defense, you're not going to see the court. And so you could tell that he really put in a concerted effort, John, to improve his defense. At this level, all the guys can score in some form or fashion, whether it be on the post, mid-range, three-pointer. There's a reason to get recruited. But defensively is really where he needed to improve. And he ascended to starting spot for Coach McKay, didn't relinquish it all season long. And you gave the numbers a minute ago. I mean, he's just lethal from deep, but he's really developed part of his game where he can drive, he can body you up, little teardrop floaters. He can do it all.
Yeah.
So I know the Baylor fans are going to be really excited to see what Brett Decker can do coming up this winter.
6'3", is that right? 6'3", 190?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good size is pretty legit. And, he's obviously more of a outside shooter, but if he needs to body up another, guard, kind of small shooting guard, if you will, he'll do that and get to the rim.
And it seems like one of the notes that I like to see is he was in double figure scoring 31 of your 34 games this year. So it seems like he was really consistent for you guys.
Yeah, he was. Obviously, as seasons go on, John, scouting reports are out there. And so teams will start to defend teams differently. And they did for Brett. And it got to a point, I don't know what game it was, John, where you're like, okay, there's 7 or 8 minutes left. He's got 4 points. Will he get to his double-digit type of average? And lo and behold, he would.
Yeah.
And so good players obviously adjust to the ebbs and flows of what the other teams are going to do. And he did that throughout the games he played this past season.
Some of those highlights that we're running were against La Tech. You remember that game, right? I think he was 8 of 13 from 3 and had 30 points. Was that probably his best scoring game of the year?
Yeah, it certainly was. It was a game with Liberty lost. It's funny because A.J. Bates for La Tech, I think, had 32 or something.
Wow.
He just went bananas in the second half. So it takes a team effort to win games, despite how good of a scorer is. And Liberty certainly has had great teams since I've been here in 16 years. But Brett's a guy that, John, great scorer, great player, but he lets his game kind of do the talking. Some guys are more vocal and verbose, and there's more bravado. He just punches the clock, and he acts like he's been there before. And that's what I really respect about a younger player, although he will be a junior now moving forward to Baylor. But it's not a lot of show for Brett. He lets his game do the talking.
Alan, speak to Brett as a person. You talked about meeting him, and he was coming in to take care of classwork and academics. That says a lot about him. What else can you tell us about Brett Decker as a person?
Well, similar to the video I texted with you last week of DJ Lagway, transfer quarterback coming in to Waco. You just don't really know. Okay, all the fans see the lights in the arena, in the stadium, and they see the people just as athletes. But what kind of person are you? And Richie McKay is not going to bring in somebody that does not fit the culture. But Brett is a guy that he fits in with what Liberty did as a basketball program. Be honest with you, outside of traveling with the team, didn't really get to know Brett that much when he was on campus, as far as interviewing him every once in a while, and kind of what we do with our interviews. Instead of the key 7 or 8 people you just hear from, I interview 1 through 15, and when the 15th game is done, I'll go back to the first person I interviewed for our pregame. So I get everybody.
Right.
But I did share a cool moment with Brett after the tournament, Conference USA tournament was over in Huntsville, Alabama. Liberty lost in the first round as the number 1 seed, kind of deflating loss to Missouri State. And me and a couple of our radio guys, we weren't flying back to the next night, so we went out to a local steakhouse, and Brett was there with his family. And very respectful, introduced me to his family, but really just a nice guy. Won't cause any trouble for Coach Drew. He just comes in, like I said, punches the clock, gets his work done. If you need him for an interview, yeah, he'll absolutely do it, but stays kind of low key. It's not about him. It's more about the team. And so that's kind of the man that this Baylor basketball team is getting here in Brett Decker Jr.
Man, that's great. That's a good snapshot. He's from, you mentioned Kentucky, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. He had a great high school career there. So we're looking forward to it, and looking forward to having him in green and gold. But again, I apologize to you that we're taking your best player away from you. But it sounds like a really good guy.
Yeah, he certainly is. I don't think the fan base will be disappointed with the job that he's going to do. And I'm sure when he gets his boots on the ground there in Waco, fans, when they get a chance to meet him, they'll be like, you know what, this is the kind of guy we need around our program, not only for scoring, but from a faith standpoint. We know Baylor is a faith-based institution, just like Liberty. So it's going to be a good fit. And Coach McKay, he's not going to prevent guys from, in this day and age, you want to compete against the best, and now they can get paid to do it. And so, Liberty's loss is Baylor's gain, but we wish him well, and we'll be cheering for him down the road for sure.
Really cool. Well, great to visit with you. Thank you very much for your time. I respect you and your work greatly. And tell Ian and Todd I said hello, will you?
I will. They're right down this hallway from me. All so right. As soon as we're done, I'll go by and tell them J-Mo said hello.
Please do. Please do. Alan, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it.
God bless you, John. Thank you, man.
Thanks. Stay in touch. Alan York, play-by-play voice for the Liberty Flames, and Ian McCaw is the athletic director there, and Todd Patulski on their executive staff. And talking to Alan about Brett Decker Jr., 6'3", 190-pound shooting guard, transferring from Liberty to Baylor. And look forward to him being here. And I guess at the end of the semester, would you finish the semester there probably?
Maybe
You should.
You probably should.
Right.
Maybe that might have been what he was doing, wrapping up the
Yeah,
classes.
that's true.
That could have been what he was doing there. I'm not sure how all that works though, with the schedules and everything.
I know, but it's mid-April. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe there's only about a month left of the semester anyway. So, but finish there, and then he'll be here, I'm sure, first of the summer. So great to catch up with Alan. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll join Hoot Johnigan will join us, Baylor softball assistant coach. Baylor softball coming off a 3-game series in Lawrence, where they lost 2 of 3, but look inside that. They lost all 3 games were 1-run games. And Baylor was that close to maybe winning the series or sweeping the series, but they come home with 1 win and a big week ahead. They'll host Texas A&M, Hoot's alma mater, coming up tomorrow night, 6:30 at Getterman Stadium. Then they will host Utah, 3-game Big 12 series this weekend. Utah beat Texas Tech a game in their series this past weekend. So we'll catch up on all things softball with Hoot Johnigan when we come back. John Morris Show brought to you in part by DeCampley's. Italy meets Texas at DeCampley's every day in a warm and authentic experience. Serving lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday with off-the-menu specials available on Fridays and Saturdays. DeCampley's in Waco, serving the best authentic Italian dishes. We'll take a break. When we come back, Hoot Johnigan is with us. John Morris Show will continue.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Back with us, John Morris Show on this Tuesday morning. Look who's with us. Steve Hoot Johnigan joins us from the Baylor Softball Area Complex, Getterman Stadium, Getterman Indoor Facility. I'm going to call it the Getterman Office Complex there. Hooter, welcome to you. Thanks for being with us. Little different practice schedule today for y'all, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's great to be with you, and happy Dia de Losa. I mean, the day of the bear. So, yeah, we have to remember that too. But practicing in the morning, so the ladies said they want to participate in some of the activities this afternoon. So we said let's get it out. Let's knock it out this morning. So they're in the weight room right now. Yeah. And we'll practice at 9:30 and then be ready to rock and roll tomorrow. So
nice. Hey, that's good that you can allow them to be a part of that, be a part of what the rest of the campus student body is joining in on Dia de Loso today.
Yeah, it really is. That's a unique thing to Baylor University and the celebration that goes on over there. And we asked them if they wanted to be a part of it. And they, most of them said, oh, yeah. So that's really good to see they're involved with the campus activities and stuff like that too. So obviously, when we have the option, we want to give them that option to go over there and do that. So it's going to be a good day.
Good deal. Well, happy Dia de Loso to you. Thanks for being on with us. Back from Kansas, 3 one-run games. You won the first one, 2 other one-run losses. Y'all were right there, weren't you, as far as the difference between winning the series or maybe even sweeping Kansas?
Oh, yeah, so close, but yet so far. You know how that goes. But, when it's a one-run game, man, you can look to one of many things that could have changed the outcome of that, whether it's a pitch, whether it's a play, whether it's an at-bat, whether it's a call, whether it's a lucky break from the weather or the wind, or on and on and on. There's just a lot of little things throughout the course of the game that you're like, oh, if that would have gone this way, we would have won. So, but again, we were able to get one of them, but the girls' fault. It was fun to watch them. Again, a young team, they're growing, they're fighting. You couldn't ask for anything more of it. We're just one play away. You got to make a play, again, whether it's a pitch, whether it's an at-bat, whether it's a defensive play, whether it's a mental decision to throw to the right base, all kinds of things come into play there. And, we're just one play away. So we're going to keep plugging and hopefully growing and learning from that and get better. And hopefully we'll end up on the other side of that soon.
Well, and especially a 1-0 game like the second game. You ended up playing a doubleheader on Friday and win the first game, and then a 1-0 game in game 2. I was listening to Dan and keeping up with him, and I thought, oh, man, that's so tough. You were that close to sweeping a doubleheader and having all the momentum on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely, we were. And what's crazy is, the first game, to be honest, was bad softball.
Really?
Yeah, they played bad, or we played bad, and they played worse. And we wound up winning the game because you're sitting there, you don't hit a ball hard, you get 2 or 3 hits, and you scored 8 runs. You're like, how does this happen?
Right.
And in the second game, we really swung the bat really good. We hit a lot of line shots right at people. I counted 7 that were outs that we lined out. We barreled up balls all over the field. They're either making plays or it just hit right at them and all that. So we actually swung the bat better the second game and didn't score a run.
Wow.
So how does that happen? But that's the game. That's what people don't understand. And the same thing goes true for the third game. Brooklyn Carter hits one to right center field, hits the top of the wall and comes back.
Oh.
I mean, if that goes out, there's a run. Okay. Yeah. But she gets stranded on first base. We don't score the run. I mean, it's just a game of inches. It's a game of the things that you can't control. And it was really on display this weekend in those 3 games. And, unfortunately, we came out on the short end of the stick 2 of the 3 times. But we got one and could have got all 3, but we could have lost all 3. And but we were right there with them, toe-to-toe. And our girls were continuing to fight, which that was encouraging to see for sure.
That the hit by Brooklyn Carter, I mean, that's literally inches, right? I mean, inches difference in being a home run or not getting a run at all out of it.
Because it could hit and go out of the park too, but it hit and came back. So it had to hit just right on the top of that fence to come back into play.
Wow.
As compared to, and not only did it do that, it came right to the player and she was able to throw to second to keep Brooklyn, one of the fastest on the field, a single. So that was a long single. So, anyway, just a crazy play. But again, that's one of the multiple things that went on the weekend. That if it goes the other way, we had some things go our way, but we had some things not go our way too. But that's the game too. That's life. And but again, we continued to fight, and just didn't happen for us for 2 of those 3 games.
You mentioned that second game you were keeping track. You said there were 7 hard hit balls, barreled up balls, atom balls. Sometimes we mention, we refer to them that way. You always keep track of those, don't you? Sort of the atom balls.
Yeah, those are well hit balls, and barrels. We call them barrels. We want to barrel up the ball. That's all you can control. Get a good pitch to hit, put a good swing on it, and barrel it up and hit it hard, and you'll take your chances. And there's some times too now where a ball goes off the end of the bat and barely goes over the pitcher's head, falls in, and that's a base hit, or over the infield, or all that kind of stuff. And but what we want to do is we want to try to do damage. We want to try to hit the ball in the barrel, because a lot of times that's going to have a good result, and it could be a home run or a double or driving in a run or something like that. And we did that, and we're doing that well on the season. I know our batting average, I have no idea what we're hitting. It doesn't matter. I just keep a well hit average of our team, and we're over 300 in that part. And I'll take that. If we're barreling up balls at that clip, the percentages over the longevity of it is going to turn out for us. So that's what we're continue to work on, barreling up those balls. And we just got to be smarter. Don't hit it at them. That's what we got to do. So that's what we're working on.
And done there. Well, how about this week? Big home week, big game against Texas A&M here, non-conference game tomorrow night. Then Utah coming in this weekend. Utah beat Tech a game last weekend. So it's a big week at the Big Getty.
Yeah, it really is. And some good softball coming in here. And, we've got to continue. Again, it's like it's no time to have a pity party, say, oh, poor pitiful us. We can't get a break. We can't do this or that. No, they're going to keep coming. And that's part of the growing process too. And I know our girls are looking forward to it, starting tomorrow night with Texas A&M. Very, very solid ball club, very strong offensively and in the circle, athletic all across the field. And that'll be a good challenge for us. We always look forward to that. Then Utah coming in, you're right. Utah's a scary team. They've beat some big time players or teams this year in Arizona and this past weekend Texas Tech. They put a hurting on them. So they're a good team as well. So we're going to have our hands full. We got to play well. And I think our goals, we're talking about it as a staff. Let's just play a clean game. Let's play a clean game where we don't give them anything. We don't make any errors. We make the right decisions, all those kind of things, and let's take our chances. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we want to clean up. And that's what our goal is as we head into practice today to start that process and then into the game tomorrow.
Good deal. It's got to be fun for you. You got a lot of Aggie blood going through your veins. And when Baylor and A&M, I'm glad we're still playing A&M, aren't you?
Yeah, I really am. I mean, they bring out the best in everybody, and you've got to show up. And whether it's A&M or Texas or whoever, I mean, they're 90 miles down the road. It just makes sense. You want to play a good club. You want to find out where you're at. And Tricia does a great job, and I know Hef and Harger down there. They're great. They work at it really good, and so it's a challenge for us. We love challenges. Coach Moore has never backed down from any challenge across the country. He's always loved to play the top dogs and in a midweek game nonetheless. But yeah, it should be a good atmosphere out there. We look forward to that, and that's why you go play college athletics. The atmosphere you're going to have and the opportunity to play in a big stage like that, man, you got to love it. And we're looking forward to it in the Big Getty, not only tomorrow, but this weekend against Utah as well.
Yeah. And I think, is this a gold out tomorrow night? I think it is.
Gold. That's right. Wear your gold. And I'll have to bring my gold mouthpiece out or something and put that in. No. No, we're not going to go there. But yeah, I got the gold hat. I'm going to
there we go. I like it.
Prepared. So we're going to start with that. How about that?
All right. I'll be there. Save me a gold hat. Save me a seat. Look forward to it. Final thought. Do you know what your RPI is right now coming out of the weekend?
Man, I want to say 40.
Yeah.
Is that? I think that's what Coach Moore said or something like that, kind of slip in there. And so, but the good news is, if we can do some damage tomorrow and this weekend, that's going to bump it up. And who we're playing, we got Oklahoma State, and then we got Texas Tech, and you got Texas State. So anybody we can beat throughout the season here is going to help that number. And we just got to come out on the win column side. So those are opportunities You want to move up the RPI, man, you beat some of these teams, and we'll definitely do that. So that's our challenge. That's our goal, and that's what we're looking forward to doing. Start tomorrow night.
All right, man. Have a good practice. Go Gold. Happy Dia de Loso, and I'll see you out there tomorrow night.
Sounds good, J-Mo. Thanks. Have a blessed day.
All right, you too, buddy. Thank you very much. Hoot Johnigan, Baylor softball assistant coach. It is a gold out at Getterman Stadium coming up tomorrow night, 6:30 first pitch, Baylor versus A&M. You know the background. Hoot went to A&M, played baseball there, but he does have Aggie blood in his veins. But, man, he is Baylor through and through. So it's just fun for him when Baylor and A&M get together. 6:30 tomorrow night, gold, so be prepared for that. I think it's close to a sellout. I don't know that it's a sellout for the game tomorrow night, but should be a great crowd and a great atmosphere for that game. Then Utah comes in a 3-game series this weekend. All right, we'll take a break, come back, we'll look ahead, we'll wrap things up, we'll share some birthdays with you all coming up. Final segment, John Morris Show, straight ahead. Stay with us.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And welcome back, John Morris Show on a Tuesday from the TFNB studios on historic Elm Avenue. Never know what's going to be walking by our corner spot here, right, Garrett? Always an adventure. We need to have always an adventure. Like the day the horses came by.
That was like that. The horses come by a couple of different times.
Oh,
But yeah, when you're sitting there trying to do a show and you see horses walk by your door, you're like, okay, that's a little bit of a distraction.
Yep, that's Waco, Texas for you. And they left their mark too, didn't they?
They left their mark on the Chisholm Trail. They did.
Yeah. So no horses this morning, but folks going by. It would be fun to have a window to the world at some point.
We need that. I would love to have it. I think the goal is to have it wrapped where we can kind of look out. But yeah, we need a window to the world.
I know. I think that'd be really cool.
It would be.
All right. Welcome back. Glad you're with us. Thanks to Hoot. Thanks to Alan York on with us today. And we are brought to you in part by Toe King of Waco. That's Gary Hoffman. You know, the great work they do there. They are there to help the next time you're stuck on the road. Locally owned, family run business at Toe King. They offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, highly trained operators. Toe King of Waco is a company that you can count on in times when you really need somebody. So Toe King is the place to call. Here's the number, and I've made this suggestion. Put this in your phone so you don't want to be, when you need a tow truck, you don't need to be searching around for the number. It's 254-666-5484. 254-666-5484. Just put that in your contacts under Toe King or under help with an exclamation point, and then you've got it when you need it. Hopefully you don't, but they are there when you need them thanks to Toe King of Waco. A couple of other notes to mention here, and then we'll get to birthdays. There is a change in athletic administration at Wisconsin. And why does that matter to us? Well, you'll see. Chris McIntosh has been the athletic director at Wisconsin. He has announced, and I think it just came out yesterday, that he is leaving for a job in the Big Ten office, a pretty high job, I think, in the Big Ten conference office. So Chris McIntosh is out. Who is in as the interim athletic director at Wisconsin? Marcus Sedberry. Marcus was here with us, did wonderful things during his time here with our Student Athlete Success Center, and Marcus left to become a deputy AD at Wisconsin, and now he's the interim athletic director at the University of Wisconsin. So not surprised. I was telling Garrett, not surprised at all. Marcus has, AD written all over him or something else, very high position, and now he's the interim AD at Wisconsin. So best to Marcus and Ty Sedberry. We bought the Sedberry's house when they moved out, when they left Baylor for Wisconsin. It was kind of an interesting scenario. Terry and I were looking to build at first, and it was right about the time, this will be 4 years coming up in May, when prices of lumber and everything were just skyrocketing. And so we pushed pause, and then we pushed pause again. And then we said, well, let's just see what we can find. And God just brought this opportunity at the perfect time. Marcus leaving, and his house is available. So I texted him and I said, you selling your house? And he said, yeah, you want to buy it? And I said, I don't know, maybe, let's talk. So we talked, and it was like, Garrett, it was the perfect house. Everything we would have put in a house if we had built it, it was in this house. And a great location. It's in Harris Creek. It's right behind the Harris Creek Church.
great location, and an upstairs, kind of playroom, media room. We had a pool. We've always wanted a pool, never had one. We got it now, and it just worked out perfect. And then Marcus is such a smart guy. He did all. We never used a realtor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he did all the stuff. I didn't. He did all the stuff, and so we did it that way. So we are in the Sedberry's house. It's always going to be the Sedberry's house.
That's a cool story. I'm glad that everything worked out for y'all, and obviously things are working out well for Marcus as well. So hopefully he can get that full time.
I know. I would hope so. I would think that they see at Wisconsin what we saw during his time here. So keep an eye on that. Marcus Sedberry, now the interim athletic director at Wisconsin University. This is a little bit old, came out last week, but a couple of former Baylor basketball assistants, they will now be on the same staff at North Carolina State. Alvin Brooks, who was at Kentucky the last couple of years, Coach Brooks is on the staff at NC State, and Matthew Driscoll is there also. Driscoll was formerly the head coach for about 14 years at University of North Florida, and then he was on Jerome Tang's staff at Kansas State this past year, and then Coach Tang released, and Driscoll stepped in as the interim head coach there for the remainder of the season. And now those two, who never coached together at Baylor, but do have the connection of being Baylor assistants with Coach Scott Drew, are now together on the staff at NC State. So that's interesting, and that's fun to watch. And question is, what's Tang going to do? He's going to get this, I think, a big settlement from Kansas State. Does he want to sit out? Does he want to do TV? He'd be really good at that. Does he want to get back into coaching somewhere? Would he be an assistant while he waits and watches for a head coaching job? So interesting to watch and see what's going to happen with Coach Jerome Tang. So there's some updates there. Let's share some birthdays with you. This is a big birthday day. I don't know why, April 14th.
April 14th. Huh?
But it's a big birthday day. I got a bunch to share with you. Kendall Coutts' birthday is today. Happy birthday to Kendall up in Kansas City. Our neighbor down the street. So we're talking about our house on Ranch Gate that we bought from the Sedberrys, about 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 houses up on the opposite side are Sean and Ed Trokum. Ed, longtime coach in the area. Sean, the athletic director at McLennan. It's Sean's birthday today. So happy birthday to Sean Trokum. If you know her, you love her like we do, and you'll want to wish her a happy birthday. So happy birthday to Sean Trokum today. Obim Okke's birthday. Obim played football here and then basketball. And when I think of Obim, I see a picture in my head of him with a big smile on his face. He was always that way, and a really cool guy. So happy birthday to Obim Okkeke. And he is coaching somewhere. I can't remember where he is, but he is coaching, I think, basketball somewhere. Satya Messer, former Baylor assistant, former head coach at UCF. It's Satya Messer's birthday today. It's Jonathan Berry's birthday today, JB, with our facilities and operations, part of that great group. That group, those guys and girls, do so much good work, and it goes unnoticed for the most part, except for those of us who sort of have an idea of what all they do. So happy birthday to Jonathan Berry today. If you know him, give him a call or shoot him a text also. It is Pete Ditt's birthday. Friend used to be at ESPN Dallas. Happy birthday to Pete Ditts. Barbara Smith, on staff at First Woodway Baptist Church. Happy birthday to Barbara today. It is Lanny Osteen's birthday. Lanny, former Baylor football receiver. Happy birthday to him. And then I would say on the celebrity birthday list today, Garrett, Peter Edward Rose.
Oh,
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
Today. God rest his soul. Pete Rose's birth date today. So I'm sure he elicits feelings one way or the other about Pete Rose. How do you feel about Pete?
I feel like Pete, I feel like all the guys in the steroid era, I think they should be in the Hall of Fame. I think they need their own little area because you can't tell the story of baseball without talking about those guys. And it just is what it is. You got to acknowledge it. You can't just hide.
That's a good way to put it. Of course, Pete's issue that kept him out was gambling, and it was kind of sad. The Bart Giamatti gave him a lifetime ban, lifetime ban from baseball. Well, he's passed away, so the lifetime is over. So there's some thought there may be a push now to get him into the Hall of Fame, which would be a shame, really, that he wouldn't be around to finally enjoy it.
It would, and that would honestly, I could see them doing that out of that just for spite.
For spite,
unfortunately, yes.
Maybe. No, you might be right. So Pete Rose's birthday today, number 14. Saw a post-game interview a couple of nights ago, I guess, with Tito, the head coach for the Reds, and his T-shirt that he was wearing had a circle and 14 on it. So
that's awesome.
He's remembered very, very fondly he's a Cincinnati guy through and through, and of course, a great career with the Reds. All right, that's our birthday list, and thanks for being with us today. Appreciate Brandon and Garrett doing yeoman's work behind the scenes. Thanks to Alan York, the voice of the Liberty Flames, who is with us. Hoot Johnigan, Baylor softball assistant coach, for being with us. And we appreciate you for tuning in. If you're so inclined, if you could subscribe and follow, we would appreciate that. And Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow in the 9 a.m. hour. Thanks for being with us. John Morris Show, presented by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. Have a great Tuesday. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampley's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at decampleys.com.
My name is David Maddox, owner of Waco Foundation Repair. I've been in business right at 20 years, incorporated since 2003, and nonstop, very busy business to be in. We stay plenty busy with this good old Central Texas ground that constantly moves and does its thing. If you think you have foundation repair issues, call Waco Foundation Repair today.
The Riesel Fair is back and bigger than ever. Bring the whole family for a day packed with fun, from thrilling rides, delicious food, local vendors, and live music Friday night. Saturday music begins at 2 p.m. Admission is $5 for adults, 2 to 12 years, $3. 2 and under are free. Mark your calendar and join us for the Riesel Fair, May 7th through 9th. The Riesel Fair, where memories are waiting just for you.
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.